Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back. And I want, oh, is this on? Okay, it's on. I wanted to come in and run my mouth and talk about some of the people. Let me tell y'all something. Girl, I know y'all saw Carisha Please and JT and Saucy Santana down to the World Wide Web. Girl, swing, girl, fighting for their life. Girl, whether they was there swinging on each other. I said, oh, 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 oh. Oh, girl, duck, girl, she coming. Um, girl, they were fighting. I'm not going through the whole situation, girl. I will start out by letting the people know, according to They BF Daily, this is what they said kicked off the mess. So this is what they had to say. Child, JT, and Young Miami are currently going at each other on Twitter. And it's a city girl scuffle like we've never seen before. But before we get into their wild exchange, this is what kicked everything off. Now, this is what they said, okay? Young Miami was going back and forth with someone, and Saucy Santana stepped in to defend her. Others stepped in saying she's constantly playing dumb, and another person dropped receipts of Young Miami's alleged finsta. Now, girl, you know I'm a little old, and sometimes I don't be knowing what y'all be talking about online. And I have heard people say finsta, but I just ain't never paid it no mind. And I was like, what is a finsta? Girl, I really did not know what a finsta was. So I had to Google it. So a finsta, for those who may just be just like me, is a fake Instagram. Why y'all just can't put fake Instagram? I think that we live in a world now, and I'm part of the problem too, where we are so lazy. Girl, we have to shorten everything. I could see if this was Twitter where they only give you a certain amount of characters, but we have to shorten everything. Every word. Everything. We got like just say fake Instagram or fake IG. What's a finsta? Anyways. Um another. I'm sorry. Let me start over from this part. And another person dropped receipts of Young Miami's alleged finsta, where it appears she's been still booed up with Diddy throughout all of the allegations that now include her, and apparently where the account has been trash talking JT. The account was deleted minutes ago. Miami currently commented elsewhere that the pic with Diddy is old. So they're basically saying that that account is Miami because Saucy Santana was also following that account, and the people online were basically saying, "Why would why would Saucy Santana be following an account?" And I think it only had. Let me go to how many followers that it had. Hold up. Let me go back to the ABF. It made sense. Even when I was like when I saw people questioning, once I saw the account, I was like, oh, I could see why. The account only had, I saw a picture. Promise I saw a picture. Oh, man. Oh, here we go. Yeah, here we go. Okay. The account only had, it had 47 followers and 52 following. And so people were like, why would Saucy Santana just be following this random account, right? That only has 47 followers and 52, and they're following 52 people. So they're saying that that was Young Miami's account, her Finsta account. Anyways, Young Miami and JT had a back and forth. These are some of the screenshots that I actually wanted to discuss. Now, the first one was Saucy Santana letting it be known that somebody, I guess, within JT's, the City Girl circle, called him the F word. Now, I have told y'all plenty of times, especially with Young Miami, because we remember Young Miami saying that if her son turned out to be one of the kids, that she was going to beat him. And I've been trying to tell y'all, it is what it is with Young Miami. At least when she made those comments, I don't know where her mind is in 2024. I was like, oh, she's one of those, right? I used to always say, Saucy needs to be careful because the girls like Young Miami, their homeboys and boyfriends, they'll be calling you all types of punks and the F word, and they won't say or do nothing about it. So here goes Saucy Santana saying that never did nothing to you. Somehow I always end up receiving on the receiving end of the shade from the live when you first got out, which then followed Block Boy JB calling me a F word. You sat there snatching mics at Rolling Loud, calling me your favorite op. And then she responded and said, your career started from being disrespected on live. You really trying to play me as a homophobe? Wow. To be fair, I didn't know how to work live. I had just got out and Rolling Loud got time limits. I gave you my mic to begin with. Whoa, shaking my head. Baby, don't do this to me. I could hear her saying, baby, don't do this to me. Um, Again, it just goes to show that when you are dealing with certain people and you may be one of the kids, you have to realize, especially if they're hanging around men who identify as heterosexual, and girl, you're as flamboyant or not. And once they find out you one of the kids, it don't matter how flaming you are or how masculine you think you are. Once they find out that you are gay, baby, you're gonna be every F word and punk in the book. And the girls who you would think that would stand up and defend you and tell them, hey, don't talk to my friend like that, girl, they're gonna be quiet as a mouse. I will give JT this much though. I don't know. JT probably didn't know. I have heard JT show love to the kids. I have heard JT show love to the trans community. So just because, JT and Carisha were co-workers at one point does not mean that they thought the same way. Okay? But I just wanted to point that out. Some people are saying that JT never liked Saucy Santana. For those who have kept up with the City Girls and Saucy Santana like that, I follow Saucy on Instagram. I've been following him, but I never kept up with him and the City Girls. I used to watch like clips on YouTube of him and Young Miami, go back and forth. But I never really kept up with JT. She was locked up. I never kept up with JT and Saucy Santana, but some people are saying that Saucy Santana and JT never liked Saucy. Girl. And she always had basically a little something, something, a certain energy towards him. So I don't know. Y'all let the kids know. Let us know what's going on with Saucy and JT. You know, DDG and the Little Mermaid, Halle Bailey. That's her name. Hey, is it Haley? Halle Berry. Halle Bailey. I have to say Halle Berry's name for me to know how to pronounce Halle because I always want to call her Haley, but it's Holly, like it's in Halle Berry. So the Little Mermaid, Halle Bailey, and DDG. He, of course, is. I don't know if if this is a resurface clip or if it's a new interview, but nonetheless, um, he went down to Vlad TV. The people say that Vlad is the ops, and girl, Vlad is the feds, and girl, and one thing I have noticed, anytime somebody hits the news or it's something to do with the laws, if Vlad has an interview, he will replay. He will repost the clips. Hey, so some people say he's working for the feds. I mean, I guess if he getting the helping get the degenerates off the street, then I guess it is what it is. We can't be mad at that. The streets are a lot safer, right? So this is according to the neighborhood talk. Oh wow, DDG admits he sent Ruby Rose that DM in Holly's face because they were having an argument. People thought I was sneakily doing it. I want y'all to listen to what he had to say. I want y'all to listen to this. I want y'all to listen to what he had to say.
Being Patty.
Girl, I think that was my jacked. Hold up, let me start all over.
Being Patty, type shit. But I had no intention, like I did it in front of her. I had no intentions of actually linking with Ruby, Yeah. She's seen it. Like imagine you arguing with your girl or whatever, right? Yeah. And, you get mad at her for something that, you're mad, right? You're like, all right, since you know what I'm saying, I'm finna do this, watch this type shit. You know what I mean? Oh, so you actually showed her. Yeah, like I feel like people thought that I was like sneakingly like, oh, what you doing type shit. And that's when she posted, I know what type of girl she is. I knew she was going, like, I wouldn't even do that. That's just not like somebody that can, Yeah, I mean, I haven't even.
Got my eye twitching. That mean I'm about to go off. Yeah, no, for real though. I know based off of some of the comments that I see when we talk about DDG that some of you absolutely adore and love DDG. Girl, go up for who you go up for. I go up who I go up for. It is what it is. I think at this point, those who choose to ignore the way that he moves in his relationship with this woman, like you're choosing to just ignore that he is just an F boy. For him to continue to embarrass this woman, he's already let us know in a song that he tried to sabotage her career, right? He was pretty much jealous of her. He's now letting us know that he got into an argument with her and sent a message to his ex girlfriend, knowing the person that she was, knowing that she would post the messages for the world. So you knew that when I send these messages or this message to my ex girlfriend, I know the person that she is, and I know she's going to post this DM for the world to see, which is in return going to embarrass my girlfriend who's pregnant with my child. I don't know if it was at the time she was pregnant, but it's gonna embarrass my girlfriend and make her look like a goddamn fool. And I'm still going to send this message anyways. And then he says it was just a one-time thing, right? But see, when you're somebody like me who pays attention to detail, I want y'all to look at the timestamp. He has UNLA. She has yeah. Then he has WO. I'm guessing that what he meant to put was where you at. And then it says getting ready. How about you? You hitting me the day y'all argue is so you. LOL. LOL, you right. Let me go heal first. Now the first message, it was one message he sent her at 3:24 a.m. I don't know what day that was. But this was a conversation held on a Tuesday. He hit her up at 10:44 a.m. She responded at 11 a.m. He then responded at 5:56 p.m. She then responded at 6:04 p.m. He then responded at 6:11 p.m. Baby, that was a full-blown conversation. They just want to know, oh, let me just text her, message her in front of my girlfriend to make her jealous. Now, if the Little Mermaid would have said, let me go ahead and sit and hit this nigga up who I've been fucking on the side, it would have been some furniture moving in that house. This man, DDG, continues to show you who he is. Some of you gonna have to snap out of it and believe it. It's not our relationship. At the end of the day, I really don't give a damn. Okay? I'm just here to report the news and just let y'all know that he's a sorry ass nigga. And he's playing with this woman and her feelings. And he has shown the world multiple times exactly who he is and exactly how he moves. I remember one time I was watching, I think it was Steve Harvey. I forgot. And it was a guy from, one of the guys from Jagged Edge was on the show. And he had put his hands on his wife. I don't know if they were married at the time. Nonetheless, they were in a relationship. He had put his hands on her. And there was like a therapist on the show. And the woman who was violated by the singer from Jagged Edge. Jagged Edge is like an R&B group. It was 4 members. I think it was 2 sets of twins. I can't remember. It was not one of the lead singers, but it was one of the other guys, I believe. So, anyways, the wife, girlfriend, whoever she was, whatever, I can't remember if they were married or not. She was saying that's not who he. When they were talking about how it happened, she was like, "That's not who he is. That's not him. That's not him." And the therapist had to tell her, "No, you need to stop saying that. That was him. Nobody else came into the house and in your face. That the man sitting beside you, that's who did that. You don't want to believe that this person who you've committed yourself to would do something like violate you in that way. But the fact of the matter is, that's who did it. Nobody else did that. So I'm just saying, I'm just telling that story to just say that when it comes to DDG and Holly, girl, that's her man. She gonna stick beside him. He's showing who he is. Like Dr. Maya Angelou says, when a person shows you who they are, believe them the first time. He's shown who he is. She gonna sit beside him. That's her stress, right? But I think the nigga is whack. And he continues to show us every time that he's whack. And he doesn't mind going out doing interviews or going on Twitter or making songs that continue to embarrass the child, girl, the mother, the person who laid on her back and had her first child. Like, he does not care. Anyways, oh, listen to this. Eva Marcille opens up about the reveal behind her dramatic weight loss on Tamron Hall. This is some of what Eva had to say.
You expect those? I mean, when you saw the picture of yourself, did you think I look slimmer than I normally? I thought I looked cute. Now, Tamron, look, I came here to be transparent, yes, like honest. I went through a divorce last year. Anyone that's ever been through a divorce knows that divorce is hard. It's like the stomach flu. Like, you will be skinny afterward. If you drop a 200-pound person, you're going to drop at least 30 pounds. So for me, I lost weight just naturally going through life, and I found myself depressed. Before my divorce, through my divorce, trying to just navigate and rediscover, who am I? I'm not the wife anymore, not someone's someone. I'm someone's mom. But if I took the mom away, if I took Madam away, if I took Top Model away, like, who's Eva? Who am I? And making sure that I prioritized knowing that character and building that character.
So that's some of what she said. You know, she also went on to say that all of her brothers are married. Her parents have been married, I think she said, for 42 years. Her grandparents were married until they both until they died. I think they died 2 months apart. She said all of her, I think basically everybody in her family is married. She's pretty much the only one that's divorced. So that also took a toll on her. I remember when she first came out, when we I not first came out, but when we first noticed she had lost a lot of weight. And you know how some people, now that we know that she's not, ill, a lot of people kept saying, you don't want to say the wrong thing because, people always brought up the Black Panther. I can't remember his name. Chadwick Boseman, is that his name? He was going through stuff and nobody really knew. But I do remember seeing Eva like, ooh, how like some people lose weight and it doesn't look like that healthy weight loss. It almost, I don't know if this makes sense what I'm about to say. You know how sometimes people lose weight and it doesn't look like it's like you purposely lost weight. Like this is happening because not because you're in the gym, not because you're putting in the work, because you may not purposely lost weight, but this is not, it doesn't look like a healthy weight loss, basically. And when I saw Eva, it did not look like a healthy weight loss. Now, I tried to give Eva the benefit of the doubt, like maybe, Eva was always a thin girl. You know what I'm saying? Even when you go back to looking at her on America's Next Top Model, but it still didn't look like this, right? Eva is a gorgeous girl. You can never take away her face. I remember when girl, can we be messy for a second? When she got them new set of teeth, I ain't gonna lie, I was like, ooh, girl. Like them teeth was, y'all get them teeth, they be looking like, girl, sheets of paper in y'all mouth. Anyways, one thing she did say that I thought that was very important was basically getting to know who she was. I do think that some of y'all, no tea, no shade, I think that a lot of you, um, just people, regardless if you're single, have kids or not, a lot of people start to lose themselves as we go along this journey, right? But when you start to become a wife, a mother, a husband, a father, you start to have all these titles, but you start to lose yourself. So I think it was important that Eva also tapped into, you know, I had to figure out who I was, right? And just take away that now I'm not a wife, but I'm a mother, I'm a sister, right? I'm an aunt. Who is Eva? So I think sometimes it's important not to get all deep in shit. I think that it's important for people to remember that it's okay, one, to put yourself first. I personally think you should always put yourself first, even when you have kids, even when you have a spouse, a side chick, or a side nigga. If you are not at your best, there's no way you can be there for other people. There's no way. You put yourself first so you can be the best version of yourself, one, and also you could be there for your kids. You could be there for your husband. You could be there for your wife. You could be there for your kids. You could be there for your grandparents and your mother and your sisters and your best friends. But if you a mess, then everything else is going to be a mess. Okay? Anyways, I'm gone, y'all. Talk to y'all later. I have a good day. Bye, y'all.